Live look right now. This is the 737 that went off the runway at NAS Jax over the weekend. This is now the plane going under the Buckman Bridge. According to one of the stories that Jeff Allen did on this story earlier this week, they had 16 feet on either side of that plane to make it through. If you divide it by 2, 32 feet of clearance, 16 on each side. But you can see now that that plane is now under the Buckman Bridge and looks like it has cleared the Buckman Bridge, heading down south of Green Cove Springs so that the NTSB can continue its investigation as to what went wrong when this plane went off the runway at NAS Jax.
And that 737 making its way around the corner down on the St. Johns River and then turning in to where it'll be placed. That happened just before 1 o'clock this afternoon, and we're actually seeing a lot of people along the route taking pictures, saying that this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see a 737 come down the St. Johns River. Many using their binoculars and looking at this, the entire course from Orange Park even down to Green Cove Springs, and even here behind us where folks were even checking out as the plane was making that final turn, that final approach, if you will, into the spot where NTSB investigators will be checking it out further. We're in Green Cove Springs. Alex Osiris, First Coast News, on your side.
That 737 from the water and load it onto the barge. Now, the trickiest part of this operation happened around 10 o'clock this morning. Crews bringing the airplane underneath the Buckman Bridge. Now, the plane measures 117 feet wide. They got it through an area that was only 150 feet wide. On your sides, Alex Osiris is live tonight in Green Cove Springs. So, Alex, what's next now for this plane?
Well, Heather, this is our closest look on the ground. You can actually see it right there. The plan tomorrow is it'll be lifted off the barge and placed on dry ground. Then from there, NTSB investigators will take over. A 90,000-pound jet floating down the river. It's a sight some spent close to an hour watching. From Orange Park,
we see a lot of stuff coming down the river, but today this is definitely unique.
To Green Cove Springs.
I think it's pretty amazing. It's pretty far out there.
The plane making the 15-mile trip in less than 5 hours. This video from the shore near the finish line. We're told by the moving company, Mobro Marine, roughly 20 crew members helped with the move. No incidents or surprises, according to the company's chief financial officer, who said the last piece of the project will be one final lift Thursday morning. As for those who watched with binoculars, it's a sight some call once in a lifetime.
It's probably the last time in my lifetime I'll see a 737 floating on St. Johns River.
And back out here live in Green Cove Springs, still ahead at 6, though. We'll hear from the Mobro Marine CFO about today's move and why this one is actually one of the lighter moves that they've done. I'll have that coming up. We're live in Green Cove Springs. Alex Osiris, First Coast News, on your side.
Alex, thank you. And we were on the water all morning long during the 4-hour boat ride as that plane went from NAS Jax all the way to Green Cove Springs.
It was very interesting, I have to say, to watch it. And Troy Kless continues our team coverage now, showing you that trek as the plane headed south on the St. Johns River.
It was around 10 o'clock on Wednesday morning when the plane started to move down the St. Johns River, and the most significant mark was when it was able to clear the Buckman Bridge, which, of course, we were there when we captured it. Of course, it is now making its way down the St. Johns River at a steady pace of about 3 to 5 knots, which equates to around 5 miles per hour. So it was going at a steady pace throughout the day as it was making its way down to Reynolds Park. Now, since it passed the Buckman Bridge, the Coast Guard has been the lead agency of leading it away. Mobro Marine and Moran Environmental Recovery have been the agencies that have been monitoring the plane and barge as it is making its trip down the St. Johns River. Boaters were encouraged to keep their distance, but of course they could still come out here and witness this heavy aircraft going down the river. So it is going to come back to the industrial park again, Reynolds Park and Green Cove Springs, where NTSB will continue their investigation and to figure out exactly what caused it to go down on Friday night. On the St. Johns River, Troy Kless, First Coast News, on your side.